right, guys, can we please stop playing Clair de Lune like this? Or this? I mean, yes, you should play Clair de Lune expressively. You should speed up sometimes and then linger more on the notes you love. That's all okay. But that's not what this video is about. This video is about the fact that Debussy wrote notes with the rhythms. The man wrote eighth notes tied to dotted half notes. I mean, he literally wrote, these are triplets, these are not triplets. I mean, it should maybe affect the way we play at least a little bit. Just imagine with me for a second that I played for Elise like this. Now, maybe you're thinking, no, that's nowhere near the same thing. You're doing that way worse. I'm not. I'm making some notes 4 times wrong, 4 times longer than they should be. The same thing people do in Clair de Lune. Literally, they make notes 4 times shorter than they should be. So if you want to have a big discussion about whether or not you should play rhythm correctly in the first place, that's not really for this video. In this video, I'm going to show you how you should play Clair de Lune, how the rhythm actually goes. Keeping in mind, of course, I eventually will slow down, speed up, add your own flavor to the tempo of the piece. But for right now, forget all that. Rhythm. So this piece is a 9/8. That means there should be 9 eighth notes per measure for the most part, and we're going to get into a better way to count later on in the video. But for right now, for measure 1 and 2, we're just going to count to 9. We're going to find 9 eighth notes. So measure 1 starts on an eighth rest. That's 1. Then we have an eighth note 2. Then we have an eighth note 3. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. You're establishing your tempo by playing 2 eighth notes. Well, the second note here, which is on 3, is then immediately tied to a dotted quarter note, which will get 3 beats. A dotted quarter note in the 9/8 will get 3 eighth notes. A quarter note is 2 eighth notes, so a dotted quarter note is 3 eighth notes. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this is on beat 3. That's the eighth note. Then it also holds 4, 5, 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And this is what I'm talking about, people playing notes 4 times incorrect in the wrong direction. So for example, you will hear this piece played by some really good pianists sometimes like this. All 3 are equal. It's the same spacing, which I'm always like, again, shocked by. Not saying you can't do whatever you want to. I mean, it's not like you're going to go to jail playing Debussy with bad rhythm. But he went out of his way to say eighth, dun, dun, dun. Like, he went out of his way to say this note, the second note, is 4 times longer than the first note. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Makes sense? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. If you're not able to count out loud and verbalize while you do that, that'd be something to practice. Like, use this piece, Clair de Lune. Even if you don't want to play Clair de Lune, use it as, I mean, the first line's not that hard. Learn it and try to count along with me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Second measure, we have 1, 2, 3, 4. So we have something on beat 1 while the right hand's tying over from the previous measure. 2, 3, and then we have a dotted half note. So a half note is 4 eighth notes, 4 beats. Then the dot makes it 6 beats. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. First 2 measures together, we have 7, 8, 9, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Once again, let me remind you, if you're like, that's ugly and too straightforward, I know. We have to get it into the right ballpark first, make it expressive later. Now, really, 9/8 is a combination of 3 dotted chord notes. So I said at the beginning of the video, we're going to start out by thinking about this like 9 eighth notes per measure. But now I want you to take a step back and say, no, instead of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, we're going to think of this as three groups of three, like 1 and 2 and 3 and which is the intention of 9/8, to feel groups of triplets. Da 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 da. So from the beginning, instead of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, we're going to say 1 and 2 and 3 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 1 and 2 and 3 and just try to feel this beat. 1 and 2 and 3 and so that would make measure 1, 1 and 2 and 3 and now eventually we're going to take out the and but trying to help you really make this transition from the 9 to the 3. That also shows you a few other things, like this piece does not start. It doesn't start on a beat. It's often kind of clunky if you're thinking about, it's not aggressive like that. The beat is 1. In fact, that's the first thing on a beat. It's 1, 2, 3. Now to really zoom this out to your final stage of the first two measures, is you just would think about this like 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. You notice it already feels way smoother. I'm actually still not adding in speeding up, slowing down, lingering on certain notes. I'm pretty much playing it straightforward rhythmically. I'm just not going 1, 2, 3, 4. So it doesn't sound as aggressive, but this is rhythmic. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Measure 3 introduces duplets, another feature that is often kind of lost. Honestly, if you listen to people play this, even against some really good pianists play it, I think it's so in their ear, maybe a different way. They'll just play something like, and Debussy went out of his way again to write in a little 2 duplet to say, I want this to be a triplet, 1, slow, whir, and. So now we're kind of in this 3 headspace, right? We're not thinking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, but we're thinking 1 and 2 and 3. And it's easier to make this transition now. I want you to just do this with me. This is your exercise. We're going to go 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and. So what we're doing is switching back and forth between a triplet feel and a duplet feel, a 3 feel and a 2 feel. And you should be really good at doing this. I'm like being your metronome, but if you need to have like a metronome, something keeping a steady click for you, that's fine. So you can feel the triplet, 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 2 and da da da. This is, by the way, a great thing to do when you're like bored, like on public transportation or driving down the highway, and you're just like in your head go da 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 da. Measure 3 makes you switch halfway through the measures. 1, da, 2, and 3, and 1. We want to feel the group of 2 is different than the group of 3 because Debussy wrote a group of 2 or a group of 3. Again, if you play for Elise and you just go. You could say, well, you can do whatever you want to, right? You can improvise, you can make up stuff, that's fine. But you could also say, objectively, that's not objectively, that's not what Beethoven wrote. Those aren't his notes. Same thing with this. You can play the rhythm however you want to, I guess, but it's not the rhythm Debussy wrote. Debussy wants you to feel faster triplets, 1 and 2 and 3, and then triplet 3 and 3. Now the section that starts in measure 15 actually has a lot of the same issues. So I'm just going to briefly show you what I'm talking about. So measure 15, we have this 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and So the main challenge of this section is that same switch going from 1 and 2 and 3 and now here Debussy actually says tempo rubato. So even if you weren't doing much rubato before, you definitely need a lot here. But again, the main challenge you'll run into is the rhythm can just be random. Again, they can do this. And just like, again, I twitch like that a little bit. I always like, it's a little like I twitch and try to make it noticeable, but in my mind, that's just wrong. Debussy wrote eighth note, duplet eighth note, tied to a triplet eighth note. Hear how you can hear that one was longer? You have this, longest tie. So it just shouldn't ever be. Debussy said, duplet, tie. Now I want to point out one more really cool section, and that is where when this melody comes back later on, it really exposes the lack of counting. You'll see something just like, then you get to here and it's like, well, wait. And there's this odd, oh, I have to suddenly be rhythmic because there's subdivisions of 16th notes here. If you were counting this correctly at the beginning of the piece, this section's actually rhythmically makes a lot of sense because you do your 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and hear how there's like the subdivisions just fit right into what we were doing earlier. In these extra little notes on beat 3, if you go 1 and 2 and. If earlier you played that without the rest in the middle, this F seems random. Now if you try to go, right? But it actually, that's not the way it goes. It goes 2 and 3 and. So your goal is to really sort out the rhythm in your own head, to really be tracking what the rhythm is doing so that when you choose to slow down or speed up and bring emphasis to a certain section, it actually happens because you are playing it in general more rhythmically, so the times that you don't can be more special. I hope that helps out a lot. Again, you can apply this to Clair de Lune or a lot of other pieces. Thanks for checking out the video. See you guys in the next one.